And we're back with Bas van Leeuwen and Theo Egginton from Chillhop Music. And now it's community questions. All right, first one. What are some artists you think made Chillhop what it is? And this is from Maddie Ringe.
I mean, Jay Dilla, Nujabes, and I think a lot of like the jazz artists that were being sampled and stuff for this music as well. So, you know, there's a lot of artists to name. I think started in a lot of ways. Like when I discovered the music, it was a lot of Japanese artists that I listened to, a lot of American artists that were paving the way for this type of music as well. So yeah, it's a lot of artists to name, but I think those two for me are the main ones that signify sort of the nature of the sound in a way.
What are some artists that really resonate with you, Theo? Are you allowed to have favorites? I mean, it's like picking favorites from your children almost, isn't it? You just don't do that.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think there's some that are local to us, and obviously I've had the pleasure of getting to know them on a closer basis. And there's some incredible people behind those projects. And musically speaking, people like Ben, Songtradr and Philanthrope and Sleepy Fish. I think they're the ones when Bas talks about where the sound came from. I think with my sphere or my love of the genre, there's some that then took that kind of organic original thing and kind of pushed it into new directions, embracing other sounds. And I think when you listen to Sleepy Fish in particular, it's like a whole nother thing going on with like the more pop style melodies and catchy. It's like catchy, you know, and I think there's elements of that. And then what Songtradr and Philanthrope are doing is pretty crazy too. I mean, there's too many to name, and I feel bad already because there's just so many. There's like Moods in the City too, Misha. There's just so many good. And the nice thing is you've got the jazzy side and you've got the more like, ambient influence, sort of positive major music side. And once you start to learn more about the genre, it starts to break out into its subsections for sure.
So speaking about submissions now, C. Millie wants to know, how do I submit music to you?
Yeah, well, it's been so hard to accept submissions because it's always been... Yeah, it's like if we open submissions, we get in 500 submissions, and there's a chance that there is a good track in there, but it's also a big chance that there isn't. So it's been kind of hard. We're working on a way to have somewhat open submissions, or at least chances for people to get involved in Chillhop from an open sort of position. So we're working on something there, so keep your eyes on the platforms, but at the moment we don't have open submissions.
It takes resources, right?
A lot of resources.
And I'm assuming from what I've heard from both of you is that if you did open something like that up, that you would take it quite seriously because it's a responsibility. So I'm just assuming that you'd want to do it in a really good way.
It's hard just even like, you know, getting through all of the submissions that we got in. You know, I think last time I did it was when I was curating a mix for YouTube. I was like, you know, just sent out a quick message on like Twitter or something, even like, you know, if you guys have some stuff to send in, you can do it. And I had 200 submissions, and I was like, spent the whole night, and I just got through like half of them. It's impossible for us to take this on at the moment. So it's always been a challenge. There are some platforms for it, but working on it. Let's keep it at that.
What is the process, if I can just ask very quickly in between, what is the process of finding the artist that you think will really fit Chillhop?
It's always been like things like SoundCloud and stuff, and us just finding stuff online. It's also getting introduced by other artists. So there's always a sort of idea of like a circle there, but I definitely want to work more of like breaking out of that circle and really finding the talent in places that you wouldn't normally look in. So we're also, you know, making steps to connect a little bit more locally and find local talent. I think that's something that because we're such an international label, that we haven't really done that much before. But we really want to support the local music community as well, and see if we can inspire the kids and see what talent is here locally.
I'm sure the local artists are very excited to hear that. So last question is from Nick. He wants to know, why do so many content creators love Chillhop music?
I think they love it because it's easy to fit in anywhere. It doesn't overtake the mood. So it's a nice soundtrack to pretty much anything.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think it's hard when you're trying to put music to stuff that you've created to not alter the original feeling you wanted to kind of give with that visual or whatever it is. And I think Chillhop has this weird way of, it doesn't really change anything, it just accentuates it to a degree. I think you can mess that up by picking the wrong song, but still I think within the style you'll always find something that seems to fit perfectly.